Hey guys, welcome to the Liberal Hive Mind, a channel solely focused on exposing the abundant hypocrisy of the left. Oh, how the mighty have fallen. You know, I think these leftoids are taking for granted that they control the cultural sphere. It seems every day, every week, every month, every year, it's very slowly getting out of their grasp. They had a good thing going, you know, growing up. It's the only thing that I was really exposed to culturally. You know, as I've said many times before, I've been obsessed with public debate, discussion, and politics basically since I'm 13 years old, and I grew up watching Bill Maher and Jon Stewart religiously. And I mean religiously, I pretty much never missed an episode. And of course, as I've gotten older, my personal beliefs have drifted quite a ways away from those two individuals. I still have a tremendous amount of respect for them. And in Bill Maher's case, he still runs probably one of the highest quality political talk shows on TV right now. I think that's a fact, regardless of whether or not I agree with everything that he says. The Daily Show, however, oh, how it's fallen from the glory days. You know, Jon Stewart used to do a great job, but like most things that go woke, eventually they go broke. And The Daily Show is broken, possibly beyond repair. You know, actually, funnily enough, kind of a little bit of an anecdote, but not so long ago, maybe 7 or 8 years ago, The Daily Show and its woke quest kind of exposed me to cultural Marxism with the clearly forced diversity quotas. At one point, I think in the early 2010s, it honestly seemed as though they were hiring based off ethnicity, sex, and identity. You know, the cast was representing one individual from each identity group. And that's one of the first things where it clicked in my mind and I said, they're not hiring these people based on merit. I mean, most of these people are fundamentally unfunny. And then I was exposed to terms like cultural Marxism and equity, and it all started to click. That, I guess, was the beginning of the end of The Daily Show. Trevor Noah was probably chapter 2, but still it was kind of being kept afloat. And now that Trevor Noah is gone, The Daily Show, well, seems like it's on its last breath. Let me show you guys exactly what I mean by that, as Comedy Central's The Daily Show is truly going broke. We've got some stuff to get into, so let's roll the tape. Alright folks, so I have to admit this one wasn't on my radar. It wasn't on my radar till Greg Gutfeld at Fox News posted The Daily Show's ratings and wrote, "I would love to give Sarah K. Silverman pointers, but the adorable lass blocked me ages ago." I had 2 reactions to this post. The first was actually similar to one individual in the Twitter thread. I didn't even know they still had a Daily Show. And the second reaction, of course, was, Sarah Silverman is hosting The Daily Show? Since when? They've fallen so deep, so off the radar, that nobody even knows what's going on at the network anymore. They're so desperate, trying so hard to stay afloat, that they're just cycling through new guest hosts. I guess they're kind of doing live auditions. There's this piece from HIT Hollywood and Toto, not sure what this publication is, but anyways, a Hollywood tabloid publication. Daily Show ratings still embarrassingly low with guest hosts. Handler, Hewley, and Jones can't coast dwindling audience bases return. Take a look at this chart right over here. It's remained consistent over the last couple of weeks or a couple of months. The Daily Show is just barely outperforming CNN Tonight, averaging slightly over 300,000 unique viewers. That's down well over 1 million from where it was during the Jon Stewart days. That's what we call a total collapse. And now they're desperately trying to remain afloat, but it seems as though they haven't learned their lesson. Instead of getting out of the game of partisan politics, instead of maybe, I don't know, unwoking themselves, instead of going the Bill Maher route, they're doubling down on woke cultural Marxism. I mean, just take a look at their most recent guest hosts. Leslie Jones, Wanda Sykes, D.L. Hewley, Chelsea Handler, and Sarah Silverman. You notice a trend? It's all BIPOC women of color, other than D.L. Hewley. You mean to tell me that that's organic? Those are the best people for the job? Those are the funniest comedians doing the best work? Leslie Jones? Chelsea Handler? How is Chelsea Handler's career not over? Everything that she has tried to launch over the last 7 years has been an unmitigated disaster. Leslie Jones, is your path back to relevancy? Are you out of your damn mind? But in a way, you know, The Daily Show is coming full circle. The beginning of the end started with all the diversity quota diversity hires back in the early 2010s, and it seems as though the final nail in the coffin, the end, is the exact same thing, a bunch of diversity hires. Let me give you a little snippet of Leslie Jones as The Daily Show host.
The reason that I did that piece on Planned Parenthood, I'm 55 years old, but when I was coming up, there wasn't, you know, it's very strict about talking about sex to your children and stuff. And, you know, my mom got sick and my dad didn't want to talk to me about sex, you know what I'm saying? So just to let you know that there's a lot of girls out there that's like that, you know, that don't freaking know what's going on with their bodies or what's going on with There's a lot of men out there that are becoming men and don't know about stuff. And that place provides that type of information. You would not know how much they saved my life. So much that I have them in my trust. That's how much I believe that service needs to be one of the most important things. You know, we already got our rights taken away. We can't get our health care taken away also. So all the men that's in here, yo, fight just as hard as the women, okay? You got sisters, you got aunts, you got... This is a real war, you guys. This is a real war. And I hate to say it, but and even if it's funny, but Handmaid's Tale literally started off with, they took our rights first. Yes. And then Congress took over that, like literally, let's not sit here and watch some obvious shit happen. Let's fight! Yeah, let's go!
What I just showed you, is that peak entertainment, peak comedy that you'd expect? Watching a network called Comedy Central? I've been busting my behind all day, my feet hurt, my hands hurt, my back hurts. I've been working. I want to turn on the TV and watch a network that is dedicated to comedy so I can kick my feet up, have a good laugh, drink a beer, and I'm getting lectured on the importance of Planned Parenthood and observing this rich, elitist New York Democrat soft flex her wealth in a virtue signal about how she allocates a portion of her trust to Planned Parenthood donations. Oh, it's just a mystery that I can't wrap my head around. How could Comedy Central's The Daily Show not be performing? Leslie Jones is such a likable character. Chelsea Handler, oh man. How could I go a day without exposing myself to Chelsea Handler screeching about some leftist nonsense? The lack of self-awareness is truly astonishing. I mean, I never thought that I'd say this, but after watching a couple segments with Chelsea Handler and Leslie Jones, I'm thinking to myself, please, for the love of God, bring back Trevor Noah. And those, my friends, are words I never thought would come out of my mouth. And you can tell how woke intersectional feminist ideology has completely taken over this network, and it's why it's crumbling. You know, there's a whole lot of absolutely hilarious people out there who could lead The Daily Show back to 1 million plus viewers during prime time. But of course, that would be upholding the patriarchy, because let's just face it, 99% of those actually funny comedians are men, and most of them evil white men. Well, the feminist Daily Show is trying to fight the status quo, smash the patriarchy, shatter the glass ceiling, and well, it's not exactly working. They're slowly falling further and further into absolute collapse and irrelevancy. What was once a pretty decent show that honestly independents, Democrats, and even Republicans could watch has turned into a cultural Marxist dumpster fire. The Daily Show went woke and is swiftly going broke, barely able to scratch over 300,000 viewers a night. And who would have thought that Leslie Jones and Chelsea Handler, being eyed as new hosts, would fail to turn that fate around? Boy, oh boy, oh boy. The lack of self-awareness on the left is truly astounding. It's something incredible to observe now, isn't it? That's what I got for you guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like and possibly subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching, friends, and I'll see you on the next one.